Sir King. Welcome to Tofu Alley.
Step on them, king. Step on them, king.
No beef, just tofu.
Step on them, king. Step on them, king.
Sir King.
Step on them, king. Step on them, king. I love me some Avatar Nation.
Damn! Oh, hell no.
Step on them, king. Step on them, king.
No beef, just tofu.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Happy Monday. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I have not been really present on the application. I've been in chats, but I haven't gone live. It's interesting to kick back and see what else is going on. There's a lot going on. Allegedly says, "Hey James." It then allegedly corrects himself and says, "Hey Sir King." I'm glad you got it right because I'm about to tear you up. Allegedly. What's up, Max Boogie? Child, look at that avatar. You look like Tracy, one of Tracy's best friends with that avatar. Anyway, feel free to thumbs up the live, subscribe to the channel if you're not done. So if you want to comment, feel free to subscribe first and then comment. I want to work for Google. I want to work for YouTube because they must have the easiest job. All they do is keep rearranging stuff, moving stuff, putting this button here, putting more text to that. I'm like, it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like y'all had something good. Now y'all want to do all these enhancements while y'all steal everything from TikTok. What's up, Black Girls Code? How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for being here. All right, so let's get into it. I'm gonna bring up the agenda so you know what we're talking about. Talking about. All right, so here we go. Bam, there we go. Hold on. They do that double verification thing. All right, so here we go. We're gonna talk about Philly T, Black Man Burdens, Grok. I guess that's how you say it. AI, Dear K Fit, Trezur Lane said what? You ain't my daddy. ZT versus Big Bubba. Ness, an image consultant, and King Roman made me cry. Okay, so those are the things that we're gonna talk about. So let's get into it. Please keep Philly T and your thoughts and prayers. Philly T has been one of my day ones. She's been here. She's a moderator. She's a tofu and she's an Avatar Nation person. She's dealing with something personal. You know, I just say with Philly T, God must be trying to prepare her or make her stronger because once she gets over one situation, it's always something. But nonetheless, she still maintains a positive attitude and she's still resilient through it all. And I'm not going to go into her personal situation, but let me just say this: with the things Philly T has gone through, they will broken some people. Let me say that one more time: with the things that Philly T has gone through, some people would have been broken. Like when I say broken, I mean never been able to smile, been stuck in the place of trauma. But she's a fighter, and she always pushes through with whatever situation she's going through. And I'm sure this will be no different. You know, when we go through situations like this, we try to make sense of it. We try to say, why me? I just got done dealing with this. Why I'm dealing with this? Like they said, we are not to question. We are only just to pray and ask for peace and fortitude and strength. And that's all we could do in the situation. And I hope she takes that mindset. Because like I say, like she been through a lot. Not this baby lot that y'all play around with. I mean, a lot. Like I say, some things that she been through would have broken people. Like, and let me just say this also is none of her fault. She ain't going down to a certain place because she wanted to experience palm trees in the sun. Like all that has been cast upon her is not of her own doing. It's just life. So just keep her in your thoughts and prayers. So that's what I wanted to say. What's up, CC? How you doing? Good to see you, CC. I appreciate your comments. What's up, Miss LA? Thank you for being here with your fine self. When I first saw Miss LA, I'm like, is that an avatar? Is that somebody taking somebody else's picture off the internet and pretend? Nope. No, she turned on that camera. That was her. So I gotta respect that. What's up, Gemini75? How you doing? I hope you all relaxed, relax and chillaxing. What's up, Enjoy Life? Thank you for being here. What's up, 80s baby? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here as well. All right, let's get into it. So we talked about Philly T. Please keep Philly T in your thoughts and prayers. If you do see her on the YouTube streets, just say, keep you on my thoughts and prayers. So, Black Man Burdens, y'all. I gotta tell you about the burden of being a black man. Okay, so I went to get something tailored at this tailor place, at this place that tailors your clothes. So as I'm leaving, sorry, I'm not racist, but I gotta keep it 100. I'm a gentleman, right? So if a woman is to cross in front of the entrance as I'm exiting, I'm going to let that woman pass by, right? And then I will proceed to exit the whatever, the entrance, and walk down the street. As a black man, as a black man, you can't do that. What's up, CC and TV? How you doing? Long time no see. Hope you doing well. As a black man, I can't do that. Now I can't win because if I was to drop in front of her or go in front of her as I'm exiting the business while she's walking in front of it, I'll be deemed rude, right? So I waited as a gentleman and exited after her. Now, get this. As I'm walking behind her, she all scared and petrified. How I know she's scared and petrified? Because she keep looking back. She keep looking back. She keep looking back. Why are you looking back? Did you forget something? Right? No, you looking back because it's me. You wondering if I'm gonna roll up on you, snatch whatever you got, and sorry, you weren't worth going to jail for. I'm just saying, like, for real. So this is what I did. I did my power walk, and I walked and sped right past her. Okay, I walked right past her, so she know that I ain't no threat, and she got to keep walking back. So all she needs to do is continue and just focus on walking forward and facing forward. I said the nerve. Me being considered now I gotta deal with her worried about if I'm gonna rob her. But like one time my cousin told me it's better to be feared than to have to, be worried about something happens. So if they fear you, it's better to be feared than to sit up there and worry about what somebody gonna do. But I was like, damn, you can't even be a gentleman these days. And that was a no-win situation, for real, for real. What's up, Natasha Holder? How you doing? Beautiful day. Yeah, I forget. I know you left a comment, but I didn't read it fully. But your friend over there causing mayhem. What's up, the Smart Show? How you doing? Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Evelyn Lozada, Sir King. Child, never, never. You better go over this. You better go over there with Sheffield or whoever. Child, what kind of question is that? I hope you wrapping it up. I hope you wrapping it up, child. You see what we got to deal with as internet people. We random fans talking about when am I going to feel you inside me? Gemini 75. Yes, you can. There are just some ignorant people out here. Child. I guess being a big black man in America is a no go. Okay, so that's what I want to say about that. What's up, the Queen Bee for You Reacts? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Y'all go subscribe to the Queen Bee for You Reacts. Y'all go subscribe to CC and TV. Just about the gym thing. One of my gyms closed, but it was a blessing because it was finally good to just have a Sunday to rest and relax without being physically stressed. So that was good. But I'm like, are y'all gonna give me my money back? Prorate me the amount since we can't go. Anyway, Jay Wilson under our rage, under our bag. Yeah, I saw that. He looked bad. He looked bad. And he always eating. He always eating. What's up, Sonny B? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being. He's always eating. And you know what's going to happen? Once has to stop taking that Moderna or whatever he's taking, he going to gain that weight back. Because that was what was the one reason he started taking the shot? Because he never felt full, right? but he's always at McDonald's. He's always eating that whatever, the QT. He always drinking coffee. He always drinking a lot of stuff that is not good for him in the long run. So what you think he gonna like? He's accelerating his unhealthy demise. It's sad. It really is sad. But whatever. That's him. Choices, choices, choices. Um. So yeah. All right. The next thing I want to talk about is Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, but Twitter apparently has launched this new AI tool where you can just put in text what pictures you want. Because you see all these content creators with these various pictures and stuff like that. So if you paying for the premium, I guess subscription or level on Twitter or X, you can get the Grok AI. It's called GROK. I guess it's called Grok AI, and you can put in text what you want the picture to come out, and you know it's doing that. I guess it made a lot of headlines because people were putting in things regarding the presidential candidates and stuff like that. So it was causing a lot of controversy and stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, you're welcome. I'm still trying to get used to that. The Queen Bee for you react because I got it. It's always playing music. You know, it's always playing copyrighted music, and the AI bots pick up on that on the games. I know how to deal with it. Just put the music on mute. Just put the game music on mute. But I enjoy that. It's something different. Natisha, what's up, Natisha? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. All right, so that's pretty much it. That's it, right? I mean, for people, Nvidia is going up. Listen, y'all, be careful with that because I feel there's going to be a pullback in the market very soon. The interest rates are got to be cut, but they say as soon as usually when the interest rate cut, there's a drop in the stock market. So just be careful right now if you invest in stuff like that. It's opportunity, but you have to be very aware and you have to stay connected to the news. Um, yeah, so that's about it. All right, we'll be right back. We're going to go to a brief commercial break and we're going to talk about the news that you absolutely cannot use. Here was Ness when she was a police informant.
Remember the police department rap child with Allison, girl. People keep dying. Ain't nobody trying to take away the cheating, the stealing, the lying. Gotta wrap up the crime. Put in some time so I can keep what is yours and you can keep what is mine. Gotta ride around each week, hearing people speak about stupid things and negativity on the street. We got babies on the run, kids selling drugs, people selling, and I ain't even done. We got babies having babies, baby daddy maybes, juvies going crazy. They think they're angry, maybe. So keep this in mind. Wrap up the crime, do the right thing. I guarantee you'll be fine. Okay.
All right, so let's get into it. First up is Dear K Fit. Okay, so I tuned into K Fit, and all I saw was K Fit with all her hair off, screaming and yelling, saying this and saying that. Then people started jumping on the panel to console her about what had happened. She was very disciplined, not to mention a particular person's name that she was, referencing or dragging. She kept saying dry wig and all this other stuff. Okay, whatever. And I was just sitting back. I said, I hope this has to do with her. Like, I hate to say it, but her son. You know what I mean? I just said, because I hope you going this crazy, this animated, it ain't a good look based on the persona you try to portray. And sure enough, it was about her son being talked about by whatever. I don't know the whole story. I know what happened on W's. My commentary, I really don't care about what transpired. This is what I have to say about Dear K Fit. Dear K Fit, please. This is not, and I hate to do this because you can't tell people where they can go and they can't go, but we just have to be truthful of the matter. Look, this is not an area for you to showcase your child. And I know your child has a certain situation that a lot of people maybe connect with you through because I've heard the conversations in the clouds. And yes, those lives have been very good, very educational, bring a lot of awareness. And that's great. And like someone recommended, then maybe you need to start another channel with that, where you showcase your child on that channel and leave your, the vitriol of this area to what your channel that you have now, right? And I know you may not want to do that because you're like, oh my, that channel, that second channel might not get as much traction. Trust and believe it will get traction. It just may take more time, but you will get the traction. But let me tell you something why I'm telling you to do this move. I've been around here since the inception of this area. I don't know if you have been around too. I'm not saying that you haven't. I don't know you like I know others. I don't know of your presence like I know others. And maybe you have been just on a different thing. I'm not saying that, but I just don't know of you. But what I'm telling you is from, like I said, I've been around since the inception of this area. And why I move the way I move is because I've been here since the inception and I see how people move. And I see the moral bar in this area is very low. Like they have morals, but the moral bar is very low. And the thing is, you're involving your child, which is another human being that has years and years and years and years of growth left. And what we know about the internet is that it is an indelible element in our life, meaning it's a permanent element in our life, and you can't erase it. Even if you do erase it, somebody's got it somewhere saved and archived and categorized about you and all this other shit. You need to leave your child off of the current page that you have now. I'm gonna tell you why. Because people are weird. Your son is going to grow, right? And even if you decide to disappear tomorrow or whatever, 3 months from now, they're still going to have footage of you acting the way you act. And people look for certain clues about your whereabouts and so forth and all that. We've seen that. We've seen that in this area. People would put clues that you put together and find out exactly where you are. And then they will take it one step further and find out where your offspring is. I'm telling you, it has happened, right? So you're thinking in the current, but you need to be thinking in the future because these things have happened and unfortunately may happen. And people may be innocent in their reasoning for wanting to reach out to you or maybe want to reach out for to your offspring because they may want to protect your offspring. But nonetheless, is the motivation is going to be because of maybe your offspring or what you said online. But you can control that. It's like over here, it's like out of sight, out of mind. So if people don't see, their attention shifts to something else. You need to stop showcasing your son. You need to stop talking about him. You need to stop all that. If you're going to do that, shift that to another channel where that everybody that's on that other channel is there for the same purpose. Yeah, you may get some stalkers that may find you over there, but at least you won't be showcasing it in front of all these people. All these people here are bad, but you never know. They may use your son. They may go low with your son, and because they know that that is dear to you, and that is your weak spot. And people over here, they study people, and they try to find out what their weak spot is, and they will tack it and tack it, attack it until it breaks you. Right? I'm just telling you. So you need to leave your son out of your commentary. You need to stop showcasing him in front of all these people and just keep it solely on you and the people on here. Don't brag about where you and your son going to take a vacation or what you're doing because that causes envy. Your whole situation that you're currently experiencing is due to envy. People want to be able to do what you are currently doing. You are younger than some people who will never get the chance to ever do that. So they want to tear you down so you don't feel as good for what you're doing. And you got to remember that. So they'll go at anything and everything to see, oh, that B ain't strong. She's saying she's strong, but I mentioned this and it got her crying. They're jealous. They just could be jealous of your aesthetics. You could be the nicest person in the world. You can never say anything. They over there sitting over there like a damn Oompa Loompa from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but you over there looking, fine, like a model, and they hate that. They just hate the look of you. They hate the look that you could cut your hair, and if they were to cut their hair, then there would be nothing but patches in their head. You see what I'm saying? It's the little things. It's the little things. So you have to take that into account because there's a lot of envy over here, and they'll use anything and everything to come at you. And like I said, everything is within your control. Stop showcasing your son. Stop talking about him. All that. Move that over to another channel so that the algorithm can shift for that, and you ain't got to worry about that. And then legally, if you have to go legally, you can have a strong case because you can be like, look, I stopped showcasing my son on this channel. This person had to go to this channel and had to find that information out about my offspring. So now that's an element of stalking. But if you're here, that's not an element of stalking because you are bringing him into the area of combat and war. To be honest with you. So that's all I got to say to you. I've seen how things play out. People are weird. Not all these people are weird, but some of them are weird. And you also got to be careful. This is the internet. Some people may start to develop an infatuation with your son. So just be careful. Just be careful. Just be careful. Just be careful. That's what I say. Gemini75 says, I think she should do it however she chooses. It says more about them than people, but Gemini is not about her. It's about the protection of her child, right? When you're a parent, you now have to give up what you want and now have to look out for the best interests of your offspring for them currently and in the future. What's up, JD, and how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Trial Black says, as beef sex citizens, our town sets low standards and we consistently fails to achieve them. Um, I've seen it. I've seen it get lower and lower because now we're introducing people from different areas that don't mind dragging a child. Right. Right. It's weird to me when Tracy did that whole thing and said that she would put Bobby's child on GoDaddy, Big Daddy, SugarDaddy.com. Pizarro said she will never F with Tracy again. But now they all shouting each other out. Right? It's just weird to me. It's weird to me how all these people have done so much to each other and now they're cool as if it never happened. Do you know that Jay Dunn sent a crap trophy to VS's home? And then VS also did a mock funeral of Jay Dunn's mom, and now they cool. Shelly was threatening to roll up on VS, right? But now they cool. And actually did it and threatened as if she was going to go to VS's town, posting up like she was at a gas station near her home, but they cool. Like what? Like that is just it just boggles my mind. And at that time, VS didn't know who had her address, but it turned to find out that Jay Dunn did. Like what? So that's why I say it's just like it's just weird that these people who had history of being each other nemesis are now helping each other as if they're best buddies. It's weird to me. It's really really weird to me. Weird, weird. But that's why I tell people like, yo, as a subscriber, stay in your place because y'all don't know how they talking in the background and you sitting up there cursing somebody out and then like they flip on you and now you alienated. It's just weird. SK, how is Philly T? Philly T? She's cool. She's good, but prayers are good. People go through tough times, and these are one of the times she's going through. And we're a strong family over here, so We support her the best way we can while respecting each other's privacy. But like I say, like, with her situation, and I'm not gonna. It's one situation after another, and it's not something that she's caused. It's just life. That's the thing that boggles my mind. And like I told y'all before, what she's going through and has continued to go through would break people. When I say that, I think about, because Philly T been rocking with me for years, almost half a decade, right? Maybe more than half a decade, and she's been going through some real shiznit. Like she could really write a damn book. But once again, the stuff that she's gone through is not of her own bad life choices and decisions. That's the crazy thing about it. It ain't because she decided to not plan. It's just life. And I feel like it's only one choice. There's only two choices. You got either to fall and fail or to continue to persevere and believe in God and keep on keeping on. And she's decided to do that. And then I'm like, when something else happened, I'm like, damn, but I could only, my only rationale is that God is preparing you for something great. And he wants to make you make sure that when you get to that point, that nothing can break you. Nothing the enemy can use can break you for what he got prepared for you. So that's the only way I can sum it up to you, y'all. Gemini says the enemy of my enemy is okay with me mentally on here. Oh, sorry. Enemy of my enemy is okay with me mentality is on here. Yeah, it is. It's just it's fascinating. Not fascinating, not in a positive way, but it's just weird. It's weird because I mean, y'all got to remember, like, when is that knife going to reemerge? When they decide to stab you in your back? It's kind of crazy. What's up, Brixton? How you doing? Good to see you. All right, so that's my message to K-Fit. I ain't gonna tell nobody what to do, but I've seen how this stuff has gone the long way, and you know, that's my best suggestion if she wants to maintain a presence on here. Okay. Next thing we'll talk about. Trezur Lane said what? Said what? No, he didn't. Trezur Lane was mentioning me last night, and I was like, "How did I come into this situation?" I was like, "Really? Mm. Yeah. Wow. Hold on, y'all. Where that clip at? Where's the world famous clip at of Trezur Lane? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Child. He can never. So now this not that. It says Spilly Boy. What's up, just now? So that was back in the day when he was Spilly Boy TV, and I was one of the people that told him, I was like, excuse me, but your vernacular, your commentary, the way you're saying things, you need to change your name and make another channel. That's why how Trezur Lane came about. And he used Spilly Boy to show the clean image and Trezur Lane to show the nasty old dirty foul mouth image, right? I was told, I said, you can't keep doing what you're doing and expect people to support you, on your Spilly Boy page. You're gonna have to create another page. And sure enough, he created Trezur Lane. Now, mind you, I ain't bothered this man. He done did what he did. I done do what I do. We cordial. But I'm up there listening in the grocery store last night, and he said something about character assassination. What's up, Ron P? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. He said character assassination. Now, I'm not as prevalent like I used to be. I actually taking a step back from really being messy because I used to put the cool rip or the ice or the what they call it. Well, the cherry on the top of the mess that's going on. I used to present a different mindset and really get things stirring. But I said, let me pull back from that because I don't want to mentally torment nobody. What's up, Spicy and Philly? How you doing? But this is what he had to say last night about me. About me. Listen, y'all, this is insane. This is really insane. Hold on, y'all. This is really insane. Hold on. Mm-mm-mm.
Total line.
Hold on, y'all. Where is that? Where is that? Listen to this.
Pay attention. It ain't all about embarrassing you.
Li-
Some people
What?
down here fight with total character assassination because
Character assassination. When did I become an assassin? When did I become an assassin? I really didn't think he was going to talk about me, but I said, he might say my name, but I'm like, nah, I'm not an assassin. I don't think he would go that far, right? You know, I might be a ninja, but not an assassin. But check out what he had to say.
they understand knock you out so I can move up.
What?
And I'm gonna throw this out, and I know he ain't gonna like it, but Sir King.
What?
Sir King is one of the main people who play the game of character assassination.
What?
Because Sir King is all business. And I used to tell y'all that about Sir King all the time back during pandemic days. It was damage your character.
What?
And then I could knock you out. And then that's the way I would get up over you. Because when it came to me, Sir King knows that he is never going to get me when it comes to likability.
What? Hold on. I'm not going to get him based on likability. But James, you don't even like yourself. So why I'm worried about likability when you don't like yourself? James, you have to transition or turn into something you call Milan Trezur to really like yourself. What? And I dropped down. I was listening. I said, well, maybe your character is flawed. It's not about character assassination at all. But what I do point out is the flaws in your character. You are controlling that whole Terry. And he goes on to talk about Terry P. And I can't reference. I can't play all that because that's his intellectual property. But he goes on to reference Terry P. He did try to control Terry P. Terry P. did like coming over to Avatar Nation. She really liked lemon. She really liked the lemon. She really liked lemon. And then I had to remind him, which he ironically or interestingly skipped over the comment that I put. Well, didn't you jump on my panel and tell Therapy to get down? So isn't that controlling where Therapy could go? Right? I'm confused, James. I don't assassinate anyone's character. I highlight their character, if anything. Maybe I highlight the character. Like last night, you had the nerve to sit up there and put you dressed up as a woman, compare yourself to Kwani and I think Duchess, and then the regular picture of you. Huh? James, I don't think you understand that some women may find it offensive that you're trying to dress up as them, but not share the full life journey of their obstacles. I think some women find it very insulting that you get to pick and choose when you decide to be what they are every day. Do you have a cramps? Do you have a menstrual cycle? So I think they get offended when you decide to dress up for play and dance day, why they don't have that luxury. Every day they have to live in their body and live beautiful and be presentable. You get to roll around with a bald head and put on a purple dress. Let me say that one more time. You get to run around with a bald head and a purple dress while they're forced to maybe put on a wig if they so choose to and look presentable. You could decide, no, I'm balding and that's okay. And I just want to just stroll around in this dress and pretend like my name is Milan Trezur today. Don't you think that's offensive to women when you compare them? When you sit up there and dress up and then say who looks better, me or her? You know, like, nigga, are you serious? You say, oh, I'm the king, I'm the queen of side by side. What? But you don't share the life struggles and journeys that they do. You get to take off your chicken cutlets, but they don't. Some women endure back pain to have their chicken cutlets, but you get to take out your chicken cutlets whenever they are uncomfortable for you. Right? I'm just saying. I don't think you respect womanhood. I think you respect it on the peripheral, but you don't respect it outside and inside. Like for you, I think it's just like my PS5. I could play with it when I want to, and when I don't want to, I don't have to. And that's how I feel with you when you're in drag or decide that you want to represent what a woman should look like. I'm just saying. What's up, phenomenal Scorpio? How you doing? I'm just saying. I think you should never compare yourself. The only person you could compare yourself to is another drag queen or another, excuse my vernacular, I don't know, trans woman or trans man. You know what I'm saying? Man or woman. That's the only people you should really be comparing yourself to. I'm just saying. But when you do that, I think that's when a lot of women take offense because you're not what? You're not a woman. You're not a woman, James. And you flaunt that in their face all the time. All the time. And I don't think you give thought to how maybe that's offensive to you saying that you look better than a natural born woman. Because that's not what God made you as. God didn't make you a natural born woman. He made you a man. A man with balls. Not a vagina, with balls. So I think you just need to stop playing in people's faces and putting up side by sides and stuff like that. Okay, because in your natural form, James, you look like a turtle. You look like a turtle. You look like you could be Brian's daddy. For real, for real. The ball version. Like, you really do look like you could. You and Brian got that nose. You look like you could be Brian's daddy. Maybe that's why he liked you so much, because maybe you did try to have sexual relations with a woman and that's what y'all created. I don't know. But that's not right, James. That's not right. That was highly offensive to what you did to put yourself up like that. Tiffany Black says he assassinates people and lives in delusion. And then he said, I wasn't going to dox therapy. I wasn't going to dox therapy. But you alluded to it. You alluded to it. You sure did allude to it. You alluded to it. Now, I don't know if that was the theatrical, scary form of you, but you alluded to it. I'm just saying. Black Girls Code says James is tone deaf when it comes to a lot of social issues. Mm, 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 mm. Let me see what y'all saying. Black Girls Code says James has always wanted you to bow down to him, and you never did. Why would I bow down to him? Why? Like I told him last night, you ain't my daddy. Talking about you got one more time. You got two more times. And I'm like, what, you gonna spank me? You gonna spank me? You gonna spank me? Black Girls Code said he reached for you for absolutely no reason. James has always had an odd relationship with the truth. I agree. I agree. What's up, Stephanie D? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. So that's really what I got to say. It's like I don't assassinate anybody's character. I mean, highlight the flaws in it, but I don't create things. I may add another layer as to why you act the way you act, but I don't assassinate your character. I'm not running around here calling you a molester. I don't do that. So how could I assassinate your character? You know what I mean? I don't never take it there. Now that's character assassination. But I've never done that. And you said I'm the number one. All that stuff 5A did to you, child. Anyway, the war between what's up? April Rain says the war between James and 5A initially happened because he wanted to end her makeup challenge, and she had a problem with it. So I guess you're going to reignite your feud with him. There is no feud. I'm cool. I'm copacetic. He didn't want to mention my name. I was good. Um, James is not a good human that always creates untruthful narratives against people, and his peasants believe him. He's their king. Mm, yeah, to each their own. To each their own. And y'all see that couch is sinking slowly but surely. It's sinking and sinking and sinking and sinking and sinking. What's up, Mama Cynthia Simpson? How you doing? And sinking. So I don't know. All right, I said you ain't my daddy. That's what I told him. He ain't my daddy. So another trying to tell me this. All right, James, come on now. Come on now. You ain't perfect. You ain't perfect. You are not perfect. Okay. You got you had some history. Typo, he wanted to enter her makeup. Oh. Yeah. But April Reigns, this is what he got told. Oh, hell no. To the no. No. They said, come again. All right. What's up next? ZT versus Big Bubba. Y'all saw that whole thing versus ZT and his out. It was weird. Why did they jump in the car? Why did he jump in the car and then go over there with Big Bubba at, and then they were fighting? Let me tell you, if anything, there was two things that came out of that. One, they both need to take their ass to the gym. They're out of breath. Stop. 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 Okay, you done? You done? Oh, stop. They both need to go to the gym. Out of shape. Maybe they wore each other out. I don't know. What's up, Upply Negro Goddess? I feel like Brianna used you from the beginning, and that's why she liked you. And I think you saw how she was using you from the beginning. Remember, she's like, I like Uppity. She only liked people like that she could use, just like she likes Shaquille. But when you turn on her, it's a wrap. So that's my 2 cents about that. But they were like, oh, stop. It was just hard breathing, and I didn't understand it. But let me give you another perspective. ZT turns that camera on so he can have documentation if he winds up seriously hurt and maybe unalived or unconscious. Because there'll be many of the instances where he turns on the camera when there's like a dire situation, like for real. And I feel like he turned it on so that we or he would know, so people would know what happened to him if he comes up missing. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's entertainment. That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. You know what I mean? That whole situation, y'all, like somebody said, that wasn't a play. Y'all tearing up your house, all this stuff. I think he turns that on so that people can know what happened if he comes up missing. That's my theory. We heard about it when he was in that car with that man. That man said, "Where my phone at? Give me my phone." All that started screaming. We didn't see nothing, but we heard it. And in the same situation now with his boyfriend or whatever that is, I don't know. That's my 2 cents. What does this man want? I know you're not telling anybody to go to the gym. No, I'm not telling anybody to go to the gym. I'm saying they need to go to the gym. I'm not telling them. I'm directing them. They need to go to the gym. Talent, I'm not the one to mess with. Okay, trust and believe. If you saw me in real life, you would be running the other way. You would, oh shit, I done messed with the wrong one. Trust and believe, talent. Okay, or you be over there really dating large language models. Okay, so untalented ass. No, I got people looking behind, breaking their neck. They can't even focus on where they going, worried about me, and I'm behind them. They worried about me, and I'm behind them. They scared what I'm gonna do to them. Okay, so if I was some puny ass mofo, why would they be worried about me? If I was some dweeb like you, right, they wouldn't have to worry about it. They wouldn't have to be breaking their neck. They wouldn't have to go to their chiropractor tomorrow because they done twisted their neck around trying to see where I'm at. Okay, oh little dweeb. The nerve of you to sit up here and get dumped by Sassy and you run around here as if nothing ever happened. And then Sassy gonna embarrass your ass for saying she picked up a new dude and let everybody know about it. And he not even on here. That's the crazy part. Sassy don't mind telling you she got a new dude and you still running around here. So that let us know that you inadequate in some way, some shape, or form. Mm, 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 mm. Because if you were adequate, she would still be with you. And we ain't heard about you getting with nobody. That's the crazy part. She up here with somebody, reconnected with somebody, smiling, happy, all that. And you just running around dropping $2 here, dropping $2 there with your sad soul. So who you reconnected with? Nobody. You reconnected with large language models because that's the only models you can get. And maybe Sassy dumped you because you weren't in the gym with your baloney belly. Big old butterball belly. So like she with a real man. Nah. She with a real man that got over 1 million followers. A CEO. What you a CEO of? What they say, Christmas, Easter only? Langston is really a CEO of Christmas, Easter only. Talk about I'm an artist. I'm a DJ. I'm a producer. Well, these large language models I got going on. Anyway, saying I would be embarrassed. I wouldn't even come on this application if I knew my girl on here saying she got another one, got another dude. That mean that dude is doing something that you could not do because she would not be with him. That's crazy. Thank you, D Dot. I hope you don't get no smoke for that. D Dot says SK has always been an upstanding, kind human. I sure have. He coming over here stalking me. But talent, where's your girl? Where's your girl at? What's up, Dr. Sophie? How you doing? Thank you for dropping down to say hello. But talent, I gotta ask. What's up, Kathy G? But I gotta ask, where's your girl at? And then that's the crazy part though. Sassy's man isn't on here. But he still like let us know that he is present in her life. You could do the same thing. Your girl ain't got to be on here, but we could know you don't never mention nothing about another woman. That's sad if you really think about it. It is really sad. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. It's sad that you rather spend $2 on me than spend that $2 on getting you an internet girlfriend. That's Anyway, I guess you with your large language models. Yeah. Oh, big old butterball baloney belly. We saw him one time, got that big old belly. I'm like, damn, look at over there looking like ZT boyfriend or husband. Looking like a what they call it? A clone version of ZT boyfriend. Get out of here trying to flaunt. A whole dweeb. That's what Ness is gonna call him. Oh, he's a dweeb. We saw the dweeb, and then he tried to make us pay for dinner. Oh, dweeb. Yeah, he's a dweeb. Maybe talent ended the relationship. Once again, inadequate. He could not keep up with Sassy. I bet because Sassy seems like she's somewhat high energy. He sounds like a complete bore. And I don't mean the animal, just a bore. He sounds like a complete bore. Sassy wants to go over there to look at, Little John or YG or, Chris Brown. And he over there talking about he want to go to Beethoven or the classical music. Gemini 75 says Sassy Soul said no more internet boyfriends for her. I guess. You done ruined it for everybody. That's a damn shame. You done ruined it for everybody. Anyway, let's move on from that dweeb. And keep it pushing. All right. Ness needs an image consultant. Child. What's up, Brixie? That's a hello to Brixie. I said hello, but hello again. Can you keep up? No, he can't keep up. No, and is he a baby boy? Yes, and that's why Sassy left him. Because he's a baby boy and can't keep up. That's the remix of those lyrics. All right, so next we gonna talk about Ness needs an image consultant. Child, look. Where my clip at? Where my clip at? Hold on, y'all. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. I'll do it. We'll be right back, y'all.
Yeah, not right.
Now, even though that's Pizarro, that's how Ness been looking over there. That is how Ness been looking over there. And even that clip I played, that person got a better angle than Ness does. Now, I want to ask this millionaire subscriber, why you didn't set up there and told Ness, why you didn't bought this lady an image consultant? Why you didn't buy Ness an image consultant? Ness got the light shining down on her head like she about to go to heaven or something. She up there can't look. It look like her eyes are gray rather than whatever color they supposed to be. She look like a damn, like she in mid transformation of being a damn vampire. I'm like, what? And then what are you wearing, Ness? Ness, what are you? Are you trying to like entice the horn dogs of YouTube? Because what I said is your shorts are so short. I mean, I'm just waiting for one day to just the whole thing to just slip up and we just see everything. I mean, who is schooling you? Who is teaching you? This is a whole disaster, and that's what you're doing over there. And I said, my golly. And then that's no offense, girl, but your angle is so bad that it looked like your lip swollen and covering your teeth. And I'm like, no. Are you doing this on purpose, Ness? What's going on? If I was the millionaire subscriber, I'd say, cut. No, this ain't looking right, Ness. Can't you move your camera to where it's like facing you directly? Because the angle that you have in that is not, girl, it's not flattering. Your nose look compressed. It's like bad. It's not like saying you look like that 24/7, but everything is in the angle. What's up, Auntie Donna? Everything is in the angle. It's like you got a compressed nose, and then you got something popping out of your lip that's like hiding your teeth. So it looked like you got some teeth missing too. It's like you just got, and then on top of that, your shorts are short. It's like you. Do you think you could link up with Independentista? What's her name? Independentista? I call her that. Independentista, that girl, that lady that was with Fabe. Because Ness, I hope you take my critique just like James took my critique. When I told him, I said, you need to get a different page because that's bad for business. And he listened. So Ness, please listen to me. Please listen to me, Ness. you're not looking good right now. And I just think that maybe some people are not advising you correctly. Your angles are all wrong. And we see you like straight on, but why have you taken this above, down, diagonal look? It's showing you in a bad, like, aesthetic light. It's not a good look, Ness. And then, to be honest, the angle is straight and point straight to your hoo ha. That angle, that camera's showing straight down to your hoo ha. Once again, maybe this is all by design, but that angle is showing straight down to your hoo ha. I'm just saying. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Then you sat there and switched the camera and had it pointed to the light camera, the light ring. I was like, And that's, I hope, that, like I said, your millionaire subscriber, whatever, spends money on an image consultant because you desperately need it. You desperately need it. You desperately need an image consultant. And they can help you. They can be like, okay, no, maybe put your setup in this area of the room so that this is on it, and adjust the camera this way, maybe tilt the light ring up this way and all that, Mm-hmm. Child. I don't know. I'm just saying. Let me read your comments real quick. Phenomenal Squirrel says, Law, they say when she started camming up, she was, yeah, Phenomenal Scorpio. She wasn't as, I don't know. Some people like, damn, oh really? Yeah, I don't know. And Joyline says maybe it's the filter she's using. Okay, if you say so. Tiffany Brown says her lip always been effed up. No, whether Craig or Ness, she's always been effed up. But child, it's the difference between being effed up and the F up being highlighted. And one thing that angle is doing is highlighting the F up. Okay, it sure is. It sure is. It's highlighting the F up. It's like, mm, those parts were and like a maze you can enter, but it's hard to find your way out. No comment. Has Ness ever looked good on here? I'm just asking. I don't know her. Well, I mean, there's a possibility, but it's not in that angle though. Not that angle. That angle is a no. All right. So that's what I got to say about that. I hope she takes the advice and keep it pushing. All right, y'all. This is begging time. If you want to, feel free to send a gesture to $ Sir King Crown, $ Sir King Crown. It'll be tremendously appreciated. $ Sir King Crown.
Thank you for the cash app. I'll be forgetting to. Can y'all hit my cash app, please? Can y'all hit my cash app, please? Thank you, though. Thank you for the cash app.
All right. So the last thing is, child. The last thing is King Roman made me cry. I'm gonna tell you why King Roman made me cry. Because King Roman made like a video of Brianna coming out of that fish shack, but he used AI. It was really creative. However, whoever he had do it, or if he had did it himself, where he made Bree started singing and all this other stuff. You saw it. You saw it. If you did it, ask around. I'm sure you can get it. And then he transitioned her when she's walking out of the fish shack into a part of a thin black woman. And I was like, he actually put into visualization of what we all been saying. And it made, let's be honest, I didn't cry. I didn't cry. Okay, I didn't cry. But it hit me like deeply because it's like, damn, that's how she sees herself. because she is so braggadocious. Oh, you said someone on LSA created. Okay, well, kudos to them for figuring out how to do that and being able to implement that. But I was like, damn, because we like, girl, like we like, how you keep talking as if you like skinny like a tree and like you a bad bee. And when I saw that girl emerge from her, I was like, that's it. That's how she sees herself because she has had to form that image in order to get through life the way it is for her. And I was like, that's it. Because nobody, this is not a dig. This is just commentary on the reality of the situation. Nobody looking like that could go around as if as if they are that woman in that video, unless they actually believe it. Like perception don't equal reality. And some people do that on the basketball court. They're like, yeah, I'm this and I'm that, and they sorry as hell. But you can't tell them that because in their mind, they think that they are LeBron James and really playing like LeBron James because they finally found some shoes that make them look like they athletic, but they ain't athletic. And as in the case of Brianna, she finally found a dress that made her look thinner than she really is, so therefore she thinks she a bad B. So when I saw that thin woman emerge from that image of Brianna, I was like, that's what she thinks she really is. And probably when she looks in the mirror, she sees that in order to have that bravado, that false confidence. Now, I'm not saying she has to run around and be subservient and subdued, but it's like, yo, you can't sit up here and say that you this when you really not that. And in your attitude to sit up here and act and treat people as such. That is a defense mechanism to get through life, so you don't have to deal with the reality of the situation. And that's what that clip, whoever made it, that's what they were able to bring to life. I was like, wow. And it kind of hit me. It's like, that's how she sees herself. You're not who you are who you imagine yourself to be. I'm like, damn. I was like, oh, AI is doing the damn thing. AI definitely did the damn thing on that one. Phenomenal Scorpio says, I hate how she comes on camera eating. I don't understand why, if everyone calls her huge, why would you eat on camera? But in her eyes, she is not huge. She is the woman in that video. If y'all see, go to King Roman's community wall and you will see that video and you'll be like, oh, I see what Sir King talking about. She don't see herself as huge. She sees herself as that lady that emerges out of that fish shack. So interesting. Did he make her look pretty? It's not like Big Bree would be really pretty even as skinny though. You gotta watch that video. It was very clever, even at the beginning when he was making her sing at the dinner table. Y'all are crazy. I mean, if you think about it, y'all are crazy. Like, I mean, if you really think about it and don't look at it like for what it is, it's really like creative. Like you took something that obviously was an invasion of privacy for Brianna, which is not good. But you put it into an AI platform, had her sit at the table sing, then had the visual connection where the audience could connect her to being at the fish shack, and then no, don't share Britney because I don't want that lady getting all mad and saying I'm promoting that. You know how she be, but thank you for asking first. We just put King Roman's page. You can put the link to his page, though, but don't put the link to that because you know how people be trying to spin narratives. She already trying to say that I'm sitting over here saying that I'm promoting her half naked picture of her or something. I'm like, no, I'm not. That's what Tracy said, and I only like, is that really you? Nessa A, some false encouragement. Y'all, I saw this thing on Instagram and it showed this man how he was humongous, but he transitioned himself to being skinny, but he had all that extra skin. I was like, damn, I was like, I felt bad for him in a way. I mean, I don't. because he got his health right. But he now has that extra skin. So, but hopefully, they have ways of taking care of that. So, mm, it said get to working on it. Oh no, hold on. Maybe I could play the lyrics of it. I don't know, intermittently. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Um, hold on one second, y'all. Why did they unsubscribe me? I don't know, whatever. Here we go. Hold on one second, y'all. Here it is. Here.
Really watch that video. See, you really watch that video. See. If you really watch that video, you see I'm on a winning team.
All right, I gotta break it up because that's she's on the winning team. If you watch that video, she's on the winning team.
The essence of my presence is my pride, and
the essence of her presence is her pride. We know that. We know that.
I esteem. I am witty. I am pretty.
She is witty. She is pretty.
I am fit and I am thin.
She is fit. She is thin. What's up, real Mama Fifi? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here.
Now go back and watch that video again.
She'll go back and watch that video again. Child. Yeah. That's crazy how they had her walk behind the pole, and when she walked from behind the pole, she came out as what she thinks she see herself as. If I was Brianna, I would be flattered. I'm serious. So, kudos to that person that created that. That's talent right there. That's talent right there. They should do a whole bunch of people. So kudos to them. And it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, I don't think it was really a dig at Brie. It was just reminds me of Cinderella. But you can be, but you not. But you can be, but you not. Phenomenal Scorpio says, she said, I walk with confidence, man. My head held high, and I glide when I walk. She said she is thin. She is skinny. She is thin. Tiffany Black says, I saw it. The answer is no, but the video is very creative. Yeah, it's very creative. Kudos to them. Maybe they can, do a video of Jay Wilson or something with his line ass. $10.99, $10.99, $10.99. I'm here for the dime, or something like that. I'm like, your whole life has been uprooted. All right, y'all. I'm gonna drop the link real quick in case anybody wants to share their sentiments about anything. Other than that, I hope you've been thoroughly entertained. I am not touching that whole legal situation stuff. Nope, nope. Leave it alone because that's that right there. Me no. Me no. Me no. Me don't know a damn thing. Me no. Me no. Okay. Me no. Me no know a damn thing. Ain't this supposed to be commentary? But yeah, okay, so yeah, a lot of people not liking that whole situation. You know what's crazy, phenomenal is that when she was dragging Uppity child, you could tell that she didn't even want to do that. Like she knew it was wrong. Like, because when Brie is really about dragging somebody, you could tell she is forceful with it. She just like kind of drug her to drag her and drug her child. And I'm like, you're not even, you shouldn't be doing this. And I always feel like if you don't have children, you don't have the ability to drag. You don't. You shouldn't. right? And I understand. Oh, you using your child. You could say certain things. Oh, you a bad parent. Your child gonna be better than you. You could go that way, but when you start talking and saying things about the child's developmental state, that's wrong. Especially when you don't know what your child will turn out if you have a child. Y'all gotta stop playing with that because life is very, very tricky. Like Brianna can sit up here and try to birth a child, and it may come out with some developmental issues. You know, you have to be careful what you put into the atmosphere. Because let's be honest, uppity ain't worth all that. No, I'm not trying to dog her out, but uppity isn't worth you losing your credibility and the aura of being this high class, high standing person that you like to put on, and then everybody leave you. Like people really take kids seriously because they themselves have given birth to children. So for you to sit up there and not even gone through that process, and then sit up there and talk about a child that's like really innocent in the situation in their current state, that's effed up. That's a bad move. You need to sit up here and hire yourself an image consultant because that was a no, no, no. That was a big no, no. And you've been around long enough to know how to get people off you without using their children. A true line says, I love Brie. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. I mean, Brie was cool, but her attitude become more stank. And I liked it even less when I told you when she chewed out pills the way she did. I'm like, you don't need to talk to that man like that because that man didn't even match that energy. That man didn't even match that energy like that for you to do that. So, Nessa it said she was angry for several weeks and was lashing out on everybody. And you know what's sad is she never in a relationship. Like she will never know what love is. That would be sad. You know that would be sad. We got somebody coming up. What's up, Urban? How you doing? Urban, can you hear us? It sure does, Doctor Soapy. You gotta be careful what you put out. The tongue casts spells. So she might sit up here and say that, and might sit up here and birth the whole turtle. You never know. She better stop. And then that turtle gonna be classified as human, so therefore she gotta take care of it. The Lord has a way of jokes. You know, he's the greatest comedian of all. So Urban, is it you?
Can you hear me?
We hear you now.
Oh, wow. Why is there such a delay? The pioneer of late night YouTube. What's going on, sir?
Not much. I'm just catching up the people on my perspective of what's going on.
Okay. All right. I saw your and greetings to the chat, everyone out there. Brixton Babe. I haven't seen her in a while.
She's here.
Brixton Babe, what's going on? I want some Jamaican food with a little bit of British flair. I'm sure she can hook that up.
From the Chicken Shack. What's up, Marvelous Me? Yeah, from the Chicken Shack.
So I looked at your agenda, and what was the part about the black man's burden? Is that what you said?
Sorry. Hold on. Can you still see me? Hold on. Okay, yeah. No, I was just telling the people I was walking out of a tailor shop today, and there was a woman walking in front of the business as I was exiting, and I said I could not win because if I walked in front of her, I would be considered rude, and therefore I waited till she passed to walk out of the business, and she kept looking over her shoulder. So I was like, you know what that's all about. So I just did my speed walking right past her, so she didn't have to get a crook in her neck, and ease her burden of fear for whatever reason. Since I was the one she saw me, it wasn't like I just came around the corner. So yeah.
Yeah. I think that I find it refreshing that you mentioned that because that's something we go through every day, particularly black men. You know, there's a fear. Brixton Vibe. Fancy,
Urban,
fancy some tea and crumpets, huh?
I have to ask, do you mind if this person is he's a stalker of ours? Do you want to talk to this individual?
Well, before you bring him up,
Mm-hmm.
before he even comes up, because I already know who it is, I want to know what his favorite cigar is. And I want to know what scotch he likes to pair it with.
He's fake
So
bougie. He don't know nothing about that.
you can bring him up. Go ahead.
Oh Lord. All right, hold on, y'all. I gotta do this the right way. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I gotta do this the right way. All right, here we go.
Then you've got to expect it.
Well, not that one. Oh Lord. Anyway.
It seems like whenever you bring someone up, for some reason I temporarily get. That's what I've noticed. Every time you bring someone up, recently here, my sound drops. But let's see what happens.
Okay, here we go. Uh-oh.
Let's get ready to rumble!
How can we assist you?
Hey, hello, gentlemen. Good afternoon. Look, I do want to say this before I really get into it. I heard you had gone to the tailor. Apparently, that waistline is getting even larger and expanding, and you're trying your best to keep those pants, trying to stretch them out in the waist a little bit at the tailor. But there's only so much they can do. They're not
That's what happens
magicians.
when you have a big
They're,
crotch. That's what
they're
happens.
not. Bro, they're not magicians, man. Go ahead and spend that extra
When
dollar
you
and get
pay
some
good
new
money, they
pants.
are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I hear you. But I do want to say this, and Urban, hello. I do want to say
What's
that
up, Dylan?
you know, the trip is coming up. Urban, we talked about it before, but it's finally coming to fruition. Uh, Going down in a couple of days.
Uh-huh.
Have you been following what's been going on with this trip and the shenanigans that have been going on?
Yeah, I actually have. Last time I popped up on Sir King's platform, I mentioned that I've been following this story because it seems interesting. So I
Yeah, well,
definitely.
there's this mentally ill young man from Detroit named Sakim the Scammer, and he's going down there. And there's a troll called Beasley. He has
Mm-hmm.
put a bounty on this gentleman's head to just go, I think it's up to 350 if someone slaps this mentally ill young man called Sakim the Scammer. They'll get $350 via Cash App, and I hear the pot is growing. What are your thoughts about, perhaps violence taking place at what should be a tame event?
I spoke about this to Sir King. I mean, I don't even. I spoke about the potential of violence happening. This being a public event. Anytime you're a public figure and you do a public event, you know, you're inviting fans slash fanatics into your space. So it's something you got to think about strategic. If I were Shakem, um, because it seems like he's a target, and generally trips like this, certain people are going to be targeted or bullied, for clicks, likes, and views. That's kind of the way this sector works. So if I were him, I would probably move very carefully. Well, speaking from my perspective, if I were him, I wouldn't even go. But because of the fact that this could potentially make him some money and increase his YouTube fame, he just needs to move very carefully. I would stay mostly in my hotel. My advice to him is stay mostly in your hotel, and you can contact Vegas PD. They have they have an amazing undercover team,
Right.
that dresses like bums. You would never know. They're
Oh.
sleeping on the sidewalk, sleeping on tops of grates and stuff. But you can actually
Mm.
send them pictures of people that you think are going to attack you. You can send them
Right.
pictures of that and say, this person can put an alert out on this person. And
Yeah. Well,
they will have that picture stored in their phone and they'll look for that person.
Well, he's not the only mentally ill person that's coming on the trip. We also have Wiley,
But
who's
why are
in
you making those accusations that he's never said he's mentally ill.
You have to understand. See, you don't really have the background that I have, Sir King. Unfortunately, you have to understand the pathology of mental illnesses, and you have to understand pathological lying. The fact that he doesn't buy in bulk, yeah, because you have to understand how manic and mentally ill people are. He doesn't realize you don't have to every day walk 3 miles to a gas station to pick up a Lucid. You can buy in bulk. The fact that he doesn't prioritize at 29 years old, uh, paying bills, paying debts, paying court judgments. So it's clearly a sign of someone who's mentally ill and financially irresponsible. I know you yourself, after having to live in your car for a while and borrow money from elderly subscribers, I know you can relate to that, and that's probably why you're a little
Yeah, no,
defensive
that's what
when I
Sassy said the
mention.
same thing about you too. You know,
You always like to throw sass
you
into
the one that
my
had to step
face.
up with her. She's got a
You,
whole boyfriend on here. Ain't
she
Ray?
should. She should.
No,
After a
yeah,
year,
she should have
don't you
respect
think
for
she should?
you. She should have respect enough for you to not flash it or flash it in your face.
How is that not having respect for
Because
me?
you're
If
running
I
around here all like with nobody to counter with her with,
It's
right?
been a year. Well, because she dates somebody, I should jump into a relationship. Your logic is flawed. You
No,
know
it's
that.
correct.
No. Your
You
logic is
showed that you
flawed.
were actually
A
inadequate and
person,
she was relieved to get away from you so much
no.
so that she was eager to jump into a
So,
relationship with no concern with your feelings whatsoever.
but the fact you want me to jump into a relationship quickly, blindly, just because my ex has got into a relationship after a year of us being broken up, mind you, that's a little disturbing to me. That your lack of reasoning there. I mean, I'm sure even Urban is a little shocked by your lack of reasoning.
No, not
We
at
know
all.
you.
I don't think he's
Well, yeah.
I think he's mystified at the fact that you can't find anyone. Okay.
No, well, am I looking? That's the question. That's the question you should ask rather than make assumptions. Am I looking for someone? And the answer,
I think you're
because
still distraught.
I know you don't have the ability
I
to,
think you're
to put
wounded. I think you're distraught and wounded that she was able to move
after a
on
year.
so quickly.
After a year, I'm still,
To move on so quickly.
dismayed and distraught.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
moving on so quickly. So you're saying after a year that a couple has been broken up, that's her moving quickly.
And I
Uh,
think she's twisting the knife by showcasing him on here.
why
That's
would that?
that's deliberate.
Why would
That's
that affect? Why would that affect me, sir?
because he's not a YouTube personality, but yet she seeks to bring him on or to flaunt him to let you know that she's
What?
good. She's got something. She's got
But
something
Sid and
that
I
really
want her to
nice.
be good. I would want her to be in a
Right,
stable, good relationship. I don't
right,
have any hard feelings.
right. Which she could not
So,
find with you. Exactly. She found something
so
that
when you have your breakups, Sir King, with women, let's assume you date women. But when you have your breakups with women, do you have this enmity that lasts over months and years that you continue to harbor ill will towards your ex? That sounds odd, man.
well, she's flaunting him around to just let you know that you can't match up.
So So you're saying that was her intent. Now you're imputing motives to her actions. That's what you're doing now, correct?
I'm inferring motives, yes.
No, I said impute. Look it up. You can
I
use it
said, and
later.
I'm
So,
inferring her motive. I'm not going to
no,
sit
no,
here and say
no,
that
no,
is her motive.
no, no. I
I'm not
understand.
going to
I
sit here and
understand.
say that is her motive. I'm
Look,
saying I'm inferring
look,
motive.
look.
Motive.
English has never been a strong suit of yours, but I understand. But
Lying,
look, I do.
lying has been a strong suit of yours, I see.
But you did say again, because I know you're overweight and morbidly obese, that now I'll be displaying myself because I don't have anything to hide. Will you be offering an apology? Uh, will you be offering an apology
For
uh,
what?
after this weekend?
For
I
what?
hope because you have for years
I don't think Urban knows the fact
thought
that
I
you
looked like
are
you.
going back on that trip. I think Urban was actually having respect to the fact that you distanced yourself from it. But I don't think he knows that you're going back on that. You're going back on
Back on what?
back on the
Going
trip.
back on
You're going back on
Yeah,
track,
well,
right? Oh.
yeah, because originally I thought the influx of O3 people, I thought there was too much chaos. But now that, we have an understanding, this is going to be controlled chaos, no impact to me whatsoever. There will be many surprises, many people appearing, but you have to understand that, my safety is always of the utmost importance and is being addressed. So I'm not worried. But yeah, I do think a lot of other people may have to worry about what's going to take place. But as always, as the narcissist that I am,
Is
as
it
long as
true
I'm
that
here.
you're going to set them up though? Is that the
Well,
truth?
no, no, for you to say is that true? That's saying something has even been broached before that I'm going to set them up.
Because
You're
there's
just throwing that
rumblings.
out there.
No, because there's rumblings on the street. Talent.
What rumblings? No,
Let's
no,
be
no. Don't
honest
hide
here.
behind it.
No,
Don't hide
no,
behind the
I'm
rumblings
not.
on the
No, I'm
street.
not hiding like you're
No.
hiding in your avatar behind a bush. No, I'm
Well,
telling you straight up. Why are
well,
you going to
you
sacrifice
spent.
so much
Have
that
Have you ever been on camera?
you've been
Because I've been on camera in
when
this
and
this
where, when and
on
where,
Brianna's channel
when
showing my lower.
when
You see,
and where.
you send
We're
over
not
your
talking
history.
about you and Sassy.
Brianna's
We're not talking
channel.
about you
No,
and
no, no. I show my lower body.
Child.
See,
Listen,
I
we're
thought you were a
talking. No,
historian.
listen. Come on now.
See,
We're
look,
not talking.
come on.
Don't play semantics, talent. We're talking
No,
about. You're about to
no. Mhm.
show yourself your whole
Right,
full body from head to toe to
right.
Ness and Lemon, and we're just like, huh? What? Why?
And I'm meeting them. You're looking at it showing my body, but you're one of the ones that thought I looked just like you and I was overweight.
You
So I
are
wanted
with
to
your baloney
apologize.
belly. You are.
I wanted. Okay,
On a
remember that
ball
because
belly. Yes, you
I
are. With your
wanted a,
double
I
ball
wanted
belly.
a, okay, I want an apology after this weekend because you have always said I look like you and have a big belly, but that's
I
not the
know you're
case.
not strong and fit.
And that-
You gonna owe me an
oh,
apology.
man, look, man, I'm model category, man. Are you kidding me? Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
large language model.
Are
That's
you
what you
kidding me?
are. A LLM. A LLM. A large language
Hey,
model.
I
You
didn't
ain't
mean. No, I know Urban just got up here, and I do always like listening to Urban talk. Urban, go ahead and talk about anything, man. While I work, while I work, I'm listening.
hmm
Hey, Talon, I thought that there's interesting conversation regarding what that you and Sir King kind of danced around is women today. Well, what's your perspective on for a single? No, I'm a married man, a newly married. I'm still consider myself a newlywed.
Oh,
But
congratulations, man.
well, yeah, I've been there for a couple of years now, but I still
Oh,
consider
I thought
myself.
you said newly. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I think I don't know when you drop a newlywed. I would say maybe after 5 years.
I
Maybe a
say
little
after
bit.
2 months, man, but that's just me.
Yeah, I'm just a few short years in, a couple years in. But
How's it been,
what's your-
man? Smooth road or rocky?
yeah, that's where I'm headed. That's where I'm headed with this conversation. My wife, she's a black woman, but she's not black American. But and
Oh,
there's
look at
definitely
you. You a
there's a
passport, bro?
no, no, no. Well, I'm not a passport bro, but um, I am an internationally traveled man. I've dated women all over the world. That
But
passport,
when
that
I say
passport,
that, I'm
that
saying,
passport
do
bro
you?
stuff is toxic. That's very toxic. I'm not
Yeah,
part
but
of that.
do you? Yeah. Oh, okay. So I'm glad you cleared
My
that. So
wife,
you don't think of American women, specifically black women, in a disparaging manner. You
no,
you
part of
yeah. You
that.
just happen to find someone who's dark skinned outside of the country that you can relate to, and you marry her. I get
Right.
it. I get it.
My wife's. I think I've said this before. My wife, she's African, and I met her in my duties in the military. I met her overseas. But
Oh, good, man. What part?
um,
Ghana?
I won't go into where, but but let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, talent. So,
Yeah, go ahead.
from your perspective, has something changed about dating today versus, let's say, 10 years ago, 15 years ago?
Oh, definitely, man. I'm glad you mentioned that, man, because Sir can't really answer a question. He's not dating, but for us heterosexual black men, we do find, especially when you're over 35, the dating pool gets a little muddy, and it's not as the water used to be somewhat clearer, perhaps 10 years ago, but now with filters, and if you're on a dating site, you see a lot of women with these filters, and they really have become crutches. So you're not even seeing the real people. Even when they cam up, they can do filters on live video. So even if you're on like FaceTime or some other streaming app, you still may not be seeing the real individual, which is another version of catfishing. So that's one issue. You have to be aware of women who continuously hide behind filters or send filtered pics. Second
Mm-hmm.
thing is you have a situation where women, they unfortunately, the younger women. Is your wife younger than you?
Yeah, she.
By how many years?
He declines to answer.
Yeah,
For no
yeah,
No,
I
reason.
wait
can't.
a minute. Don't
For
wait. See,
no
by
reason at all.
declining, it sounds like it can be kind of sketchy, man. You may want to
No, no, it's
clarify.
not. It's not. It's not sketchy. We're within the same age bracket, but I'm definitely
Oh,
younger than.
okay. Okay. So, yeah. So it's not anything over 7 years difference. Correct.
Right. Yeah. It's
Okay.
it's what's
But
what's considered acceptable when it comes to marriage and dating.
right, right. So for me, where my range is going to be, 35 to 45. For women, you have to understand when you're really dating a woman in the mid to upper 30s, their views are a little bit different than what was happening 10 years ago. There's
Mm-hmm.
more, unless you're dating, complete, women who really have great careers, who, have advanced degrees, who are just real power people. Then
Mm-hmm.
there's a subgroup of women who may not have all of these accolades, all of these academic achievements,
Right.
but
Right.
they're also these women. They're very uh, they're very specific about certain things, and they're specific about what can you do for me. And
Mm-hmm.
see, and I'm training young men because I do have to mentor them, that you have to understand, because a lot of these women, they believe in traditional gender roles where the man is going to cover everything, and which that's fine. There's nothing wrong with women having this, but there is, when you're dealing with this kind of like subset of women, a growing subset, it's like I don't know. It's like their minds have been infiltrated by, these rap
Popular
lyrics, these
culture. By
female rap,
popular
yeah, yeah,
culture, hip
popular
hop.
culture,
Yeah.
yeah, and they're saying, hey, I need you to fly me out. I need you to pay for a new Birkin bag. And see, I'm used to dealing with, professional women, so I don't really have to engage with those type of women. But for other men, and this is why I advise them, there is, and it's a big difference than 10 years ago, there is a big uptick in the number of women 35 and up who are looking to be taken care of, not really. And so and for some men, that's not an issue. If and even for women, if that's how they view things, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, me personally, coming from a two-parent household, upper middle class,
Mm-hmm.
long-term relationships all around the family.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that you've got to carry your own. You've got to bring something to the table. And
Okay.
and that's one of the first things I do when I'm dating someone. The first thing I ask them, why should I date? Why should I do? What are you bringing to the table? Now, if some of them are foolish enough to say I am the table and all this nonsense, they're immediately cast off. They're discarded. If they say, hey, I believe that, you should be paying all of the bills, those women are discarded. Nothing that not that they're wrong in their beliefs, they just don't align with how I view relationships, and that's the key. It's about how you view relationships and meeting someone who whose views align with yours. And a lot of people don't do that. They're looking to just jump into the relationships like Sir King suggested, because I broke up with someone and
Isn't it just odd that you never said anything about the qualities of that woman? If she was able to relate to you, if she was able to take care of you, if you were
I
able
gotta
to
put this on
form a
hold for
bond,
1 second. I'm going to mute for a second.
no problem.
Well, no, the quality. Obviously, look. First of all, the qualities, and this is what you need to know, Sir King, because if you ever decide to date, uh, I do have certain hard and fast rules. You have to look a certain way. You can't be overweight. But these are my standards. Now, somebody like yourself, you're going to have to kind of have lower expectations
Wow,
for.
you were just a piece of work. You were just a
No,
piece.
no, 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 no. I'm just saying, somebody that looks like you're not in good health. I think we can agree to that. And
How the
you
fuck
really
you gonna say I'm not in good health, dude?
a
Are
guy at a
you
sports
okay?
event told you to sit your
Are
fat
you
ass down.
are you
Did,
okay?
you told us that
Are you
story?
okay?
Did you
Are
not
you
tell us
okay?
that story?
They
A
don't.
random stranger told you to sit your
So
fat
here's what
ass down at the
anybody
event.
can get upset and say anything in a hostile situation and be lying about my physique, right? They're gonna say
No, no,
things.
no, no.
They're gonna say, "Oh, sit your strong ass down," right? No, they're not gonna say that.
What?
If you
You
have
had
to,
to be big
if
for
you,
him to say that and
no,
feel like
not at
he could
all.
get away with it.
I hope we meet one day. I really do hope we meet one day. I'm
No,
gonna be
no
like,
dude that doesn't know me is
no,
even ones that know me are going
yes,
to approach
yeah,
me like that.
no,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, okay. And and security handled the situation.
He's a security. See that tells me all I need to know, man. This is why you took
I
those
don't
self
need to go to
defense
jail for about
classes.
it. I mean, I was in a professional setting. You
You
don't do that.
no, you turn around and say, who are you talking to?
You don't do that.
And then no. See, look, man,
Because it
I've
worked for
got
my reputation. I had that situation. Him that
no.
I don't want to
All
talk.
joking, no, Sir King. All joking aside, when you told that story, it really pained me, man. Because I'm like, look,
That's fine, but
you know,
you weren't there. You weren't in the situation. You weren't in the area that I was in. For me to act like a true buffoon, like he was acting, would have hurt me tremendously. So it's called emotional intelligence. Let the people who are paid to handle that situation. Why I'm gonna do something where some other people are getting paid to handle that situation, and then on top of that, hurt my reputation. I don't do that. They paid to handle the trash, not me.
were you by yourself, man? I mean, that's kind of
I don't.
embarrassing.
I'm not going to give you. No, I'm never by myself. No.
Oh, okay. Well, if you were on a date, let's pretend you were on a date with a woman. She'd have to look at you like, oh, this is crazy. You're not handling this like a real man should. First of all, it shouldn't have happened. If you were in shape like me, it would have never happened. But
Okay,
look, sir,
I hope you say the same thing when you return from Vegas.
yeah, and I want an apology from you. That's all I ask, man.
I'm going to apologize. You have a butterball belly. Okay.
Exactly. So once that's proven wrong, once we can
Hey,
throw that out the
you
window,
lie
then
up on the table and get that all sucked out of you. So you may do something. Okay, I'm just saying.
no, man. But
So
I do want to say,
let me jump in. Let me jump in real quick. So, talent.
yeah.
So you talked about how difficult it is. I think it's on both sides of the house for both men and women to navigate the dating scene today. For
Mhm.
a young man coming up today, let's say 16 years old, what's some good
Mhm.
advice for a young man today in finding a suitable girlfriend, potential wife?
That, that's a good question. I would think if I would counsel any young men. I mean, I don't deal with teenage men. I'm mentoring uh, young black men in their twenties,
Weren't you trying to
professionals.
counsel William? Weren't you trying to counsel? And I know y'all getting on the serious, but
Well,
weren't you trying to counsel William and that failed?
I mean, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? The guy is, he's been in prison for beating up women and trans
Oh,
people, and
allegedly,
you know
child. They get me in the.
that's
Mm-mm.
That's what he stated. But so I don't want to
I,
go into that. But look, going back to your question, I would tell a young man, Irvin, I would tell a young man to take his time. don't rush into things like Sir King wants people to just rush into things foolishly. Take your time, get to know the person, get to understand what that person's values are, and
Hmm.
then move accordingly. But there's no rush. And, with young men, they tend to want to rush to, you know, to handle things, so to speak. I won't get
Yeah,
graphic, but
I like
they
that.
just want, they just want the panties, and then you have situations where, perhaps they didn't use any type of protection, and there's a kid comes about, but it was just a one night stand. So now the dude is resentful of the woman. It feels like he's being trapped, and then he stays away from the woman and the child, and then we have another drain on our state tax system. So it's a vicious cycle, but I think
Yeah, I
it could
like
be
that. There's
reversed.
no rush. There's no rush. I like that.
Yeah, no
That's
rush.
hard to
But
do, and that's for today's generation, young men coming up with social media. Everything is moving at light speed. Time is even sped up. If you've noticed how quickly you go from the new year to the next new year, time is sped up. That's the society that we live in today. So it's difficult to get young men to slow down. I think that's good advice. Slowing down.
yeah, just slow down. You remember New Ends? Is that the name of the group where they did slow down? Yeah, hey, look, this I know you two probably didn't really get out that much, but when I was in my
What did you say?
Yeah, look. When I was a teenager, there was a big song called "Slow Down." I think that is it Loose Ends. Yeah, I think it was Loose Ends, and they had a
Okay.
song called "Slow Down," which was
Mm.
classic, classic,
Yeah,
classic.
yeah, slow down. And it had a little
Yeah, yeah,
funk
yeah,
in the background. Yeah.
yeah. I think that came
I
out
think
around
I
the
think it
same
goes, I'd
time.
like to get to know you better. Isn't the lyrics, I'd like to slow down. I'd like to get to know you better. Something like that.
Wasn't that Bobby
No,
Valentino?
no, it's funny that you would be listening to Bobby Valentino and know his lyrics, though. But no, it's not Bobby Valentino. But you and Bobby Valentino have a lot in common, SK. Um, I'll just say that, and I think
So
we all
did
know.
you and William, okay? Mm.
Hey, look, I do have to get back to work. It's a pleasure talking to both you, SK, and Urban. Always good to talk to you fellas. Remember to get out to vote in
Hey,
November.
well, before you run along, Talent, do you have a favorite cigar?
I've been moving away from cigar. We talked about this before. I did tell you before in terms of the 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 the, uh, the alcohol. I'm not doing any pairing, but in terms of like Scotch, and we talk about bourbons and stuff. I think I told you before the Macallan 15 is something that I go to, but that's usually it's not something I'm always. When I'm out, I go to that because that can be pretty hardcore. But in terms of cigars, I'm moving away from, I like light, buttery, Coronados, it's just some small that I can mess with. Nothing, as far as brand
Something
name, they used to be.
small he can mess with.
No, I'm a Maduro. I'm a Maduro man myself. I like a dark.
Oh yeah,
We call them steak cigars. I
but
like dark, rich
yeah,
cigars.
but but when I do go to a cigar shop, and I may go to one in Vegas because they have a couple of decent ones there. But
Yeah, there's a bunch
it's
of
not,
there's a bunch of
but
very
it's
good cigar
just in
lounges.
terms of lung health, we know how bad cigars and hookahs are. So I don't know if
Well,
I don't
hookah's a
know.
different story because you actually inhale hookah. Cigars you don't inhale. But there's some
Well,
fantastic cigar lounges in Vegas. And I
are
did
you
find out
recommending any?
no, I won't specifically recommend any cigar lounges, but what I would say is when you walk in, this is this is my perspective. So Vegas is kind of bougie. So you'll have cigar lounges that make you pay a price to enter.
Mhm.
Like you have to buy a certain number of cigars to relax and chill. I would say stay away from those. Stay away from the ones that they charge you a fee to sit down and relax and have a cigar. Stay away from those
Well,
because you're not
that
going to
may
really
be.
be able to. You're not going to because part of cigar culture is actually bonding with the brothers, right? Having some good conversations, getting to know people.
Yeah.
And the ones that charge a fee just to walk through the door tend to be too bougie to interact with people because you want to network, you want to talk to people, you want to get into the vibe. We call it Brothers of the Leaf, and
Yeah, but see, the thing is, this is a kind of like a internet trip. So let's say Lemon or Roe, I'm there, bring them to a cigar bar.
yeah,
Uh, I would,
don't take them to a
I
cigar
would,
lounge that's so stiff and upper lip has a stiff
well,
upper lip that they can't relax and get to
well,
know
hold
the
on
brothers
now.
of the Leaf.
Well,
It
you
has
got
a
to
stiff
understand
upper
something.
lip. Bring Ness. There you go.
Oh, I know you didn't go there, man. Look, man. What I do want to say though, Urban, is because of the nature of the trip and the threats and all of that, I think it is beneficial to go somewhere that has like maybe an exorbitant cover charge or something. People can't just mill in.
Okay,
There's sometimes,
that makes
yeah.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So for me, I welcome that, even though I'm not really a fan of the boozy stuff. I don't. That's not my thing. I like it. I like it
What?
ratchet. I like it ratchet. Yeah, you
What?
confuse
You just
you
dated a whole bougie girl, and now you say you don't want
that.
bougie?
No, no, no. I've never called anything I do boozy or any of my activities. That sounds kind of wild. But I'm just saying, for me, I don't really. I prefer uh, ratchet things, which will come out in the trip in Las Vegas. I think you have the impression I'm coming out like Carlton. I'm overweight and have a sweater tied around my neck. I think I want to dispel that that myth, that impression people may have, and you'll get a new impression of who the man behind talented is. You understand?
So
But
definitely,
look,
definitely try out the Fat Bottom Betty. You will never turn back after trying that
that
cigar. It's called
is right, man. I never would. Look, I remember that, man. When you told me
Fat
Fat
Bottom.
Bottom Buddy, if I can get it in Vegas, I will, man. I will definitely
Mhm.
remember. Try
Yeah.
to come on sometime around this weekend, Urban. Probably try to hit SK's panel because I'm always happy to hit his panel. See, people wonder why I super chat and never drop down in this chat. This just has to go. This goes back to a years long dispute, and where I said I would never drop down in this chat again. And since I'm a man of my word, this is how we have to converse or through super chat. But I'll never drop down in this chat until he makes the apology to the person that he needs to make an apology to, and he knows that
And
he can
who's
make that.
that? Who that?
But you know very clearly. I'm
No,
not
I
going to get
don't.
into not gonna get into all that. But anyway, I gotta drop. I gotta drop. I'll talk to you gentlemen later.
All
All
right,
right.
talent. Catch you next
Yeah,
time.
you got to drop because you can't drop the weight. But anyway, professional.
Seems like your stress level went up with that interaction,
No,
sir.
he's just a professional antagonist of YouTube. That's all. And Urban, what is so odd about this is that he said that he was going to go, then backed out because of safety concerns, and is now reintroducing himself in the fray. So
Hmm.
it's odd, and if you're that diligent in hiding yourself, why are you
Hmm.
now all of a sudden willing to let that go? Something's not adding up. So, but whatever.
Yeah, there's an air of mystery there. I think if you're a person who works in corporate America, you've got to dance very lightly around interacting in these areas. So, and the internet is forever.
Mhm.
I gave that same advice to Lemon, is that the internet is forever. At his age, he's got a lot of career. He's got a lot of time to develop a career and to find his passion in life. And you don't want to very early on ruin that,
Mhm.
the internet. People just don't realize how
Mhm.
powerful it is and how it could, destroy you.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
I hope he's putting that into forethought. But you know, he's always
yeah.
had reality TV ambitions. So,
Hmm.
but
Yeah, if that's your ambition, then you know there are levels to everything in life. And if that's the direction you want to go, then you have to go hard, and everything else in your life just really doesn't matter. You can't be concerned about your family being exposed. You can't be concerned about baggage that you have. You can't be concerned about anything other than I'm chasing this dream, and then you have to deal with the fallout along the way. Along the way, if you feel that it's worth it.
Well, I hope he's thought about that. I mean, because see, the thing is, I said something earlier, and talking about K Fit, that what she does is going to have an indelible mark. Even if she decides to hide a video, whatever, somebody make rabbit, screen recording, whatever. So, you just have to be careful how you move and what you do.
Yeah, that's a good point. I want to talk about that. Hold on one second, sir. I got to take this call, so give me 1 second.
So, but I honestly don't feel that Shaquille will be there. And somebody says, "Oh, but he bought these outfits." But yeah, but I mean, as long as he's within 30 days, he can return them. So, you know what I mean? So I just don't. I don't think he'd travel. Has he ever traveled? Did he make it to DC? Did he make it to Las Vegas? I think he fears that he will pop up on someone's radar when his credentials are ran, based on what I'm hearing. So I think he won't be there. I think he will. I think they're gonna have to plan around him. But like I said, he can purchase all the tickets you want. It's about whether or not you can get on that plane and all that. So Rob P says if Shaquille doesn't go, he's going to let a lot of fans down. And I don't think he really cares as long as he gets the cash apps. He don't care. I don't think he cares anything about the sector. I think he's only here for as long as he can make his presence run for. That's what I feel. So,
You know, you know who he reminds me of?
who?
You ever heard of the rapper Little B?
Yeah, I heard of him, but I can't recall.
Yeah, for you and those of you in the audience, just Google. Some of you may be familiar, but just Google Little B. He's almost an identical character of him. He was kind of just a troll that became a famous rapper.
Mm.
So he definitely reminds me of Little B. But in reference to K-Fit, if she had been around this area for some time, which I think she has said that she was part of Lady Nika's circle. This is definitely not the place for children to put anything valuable to you on camera, and in particular when you're talking about children. So there's this allure of becoming monetized and having this. That's the allure in the B sector is you know be getting monetized in lightning quick speed. There's people that have been on YouTube for 20 years that still aren't monetized. It could take that long.
Yeah, it can.
But with the uniqueness of the B sector is you can get monetized in 24 hours. You can get everything you need to hit all those checks. And that's the uniqueness of this area. And so when people stumble on it, that's what they're chasing. But, you've got to weigh your options. And this is just it's treachery here, which is something that she's learning. So protect your loved ones above all. Right? That comes first. Protect your loved ones above all. Right, BAP, that monetization is going to cost you. In this region of YouTube, absolutely 100%, it is going to cost you.
Yeah.
Brixton, I'm gonna be in the UK next month. So we're going to meet up. We're going to have some tea, and you're going to show me the Jamaican area. I've been there before, but I want to see it from your perspective. So just don't tell my wife. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. I'm joking. I am joking, Brooks. I'm just having fun. But yeah, that's for K-Fit, that is a there's a cautionary tale that she's learning, and hopefully, she will learn.
Brixton wants to
You
know
can't
what part
win.
of the
You can't
UK.
win in this region. Go ahead, Sir King.
Brixton wants to know what part of the UK.
I can't say, but I'll be in London. I'll be in London. I will definitely be in London. 100% for sure. What is the best Jamaican restaurant from your taste buds, Brixton, babe? What is the best home cooked, slap your mama down home Jamaican restaurant in the UK? I know you're gonna redirect me to Brixton. You're gonna say someplace someplace in Brixton. But for someone who's never traveled to the UK before, where would you tell them to go to get the most authentic Jamaican food and African food? I love African food. My wife's an amazing cook. So, Sir King, I was asking Talent, how much the dating game has changed. Uh, what are men to do these days, today's times? What are men to do, like in finding a suitable
It's
mate?
it's sad because look at it's really sad Irving, because look at Brianna. Brianna over there thinking that a man should pay for everything. She's like, a man should leave with his wallet. I like, no, a man should leave with his hand to make sure you get across the street safely. You know what I mean? So and I do believe that this whole rap game has put an image into these women's head. It's like, oh yeah, he should pay for this, he should pay for that. If I'm
Mhm.
gonna give him this or give him that, and I'm like, whoa, wait, that's why we have equal rights, so you can earn, you can earn equal pay. Um,
Yeah, it's the
it's just
influence.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Influence. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the influence. Hip hop has a. If you look at these major luxury brands, if you look at, let's just say let's say you are a 55-year-old white executive that has your own vodka. Traditionally, you wouldn't even look at an African American culture, right? What do you need to look at African American culture for? To market your product? But
Mhm.
that's not. But if you look at how hip hop has changed the landscape, this is what's going on. They are looking to hip hop, and these luxury brands that were considered priced out of our bracket, right? Most of the people that purchase these luxury brands aren't wealthy. They're not wealthy.
Right.
These are this is the people that are coming from the hood.
Yeah.
The marketing to us, and so when you hear the term influencer, right? Influencer. It's interesting how that became popular, but that's the psychology. Influencer actually comes from psychological operations, which is a specific department of the military. But what it means is that you have the power and uh, the media. You've taken hold of the target that you're looking for, right? You're taking hold of the target that you're looking for, and you're trying to influence it in some kind of way. When we talk about politics, it talked about how Russia, helped Trump get elected and things like that. So today, in the society we live in today, the internet and technology, you know, has a huge impact on influencing things. What our children are looking at today. Right? Most children have cell phones. What are they looking at? What's influencing them? Do you know as a parent what's influencing your child?
No, they're just glad for the child to be quiet. I'm serious. They're just glad for the child to be quiet.
Put a cell
Like,
phone in their hand and let it run, huh?
and I can tell you, there used to be a guy that came, or how can I say this, went to the gym, and he would play basketball. He would bring his son. When his son did not have, I'm gonna tell you, his son did not have the iPad or the phone at first, and he would be coming on the court sometimes, bouncing another ball on the court and all that. Once he got that child that phone or that iPad, that child was not a problem at all. It sat in the corner, and did what it was doing on that iPad or that phone.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Behavior was a change night and day. So
Right.
yeah, it definitely is influencing behavior and everything else. So
Yeah, and these children, at the youngest age, are now have cell phones in their hands. So if you don't think big business in America realizes that, right, and is targeting them because big business is strategic.
oh
They're not
yeah,
looking, they're not looking at next week. They're looking at the next 20, 30 years. How can I influence you to buy my product for the next 30 years?
the younger you get them, the longer they stay with you, right? Brand loyalty, brand loyalty. That's what it
Yeah,
is. You know.
bingo. Exactly. Did Brixton Babe answer my question? What's the restaurant you recommended, Brixton?
What's up, Christian G? She didn't recommend one. She just said, "Okay, I'm a Londoner, so that can work. Authentic Jamaican Brixton or Harlesden, authentic African Peckham."
Okay.
Oh, are those names of
Yeah,
restaurants?
she's talking about areas, regions,
Oh, okay.
Brixton, and Charleston, and then she's talking about authentic. Yeah. Okay. Do you have a favorite restaurant, Brixton, or do you prefer just to cook at home? Because a lot of when it comes to like Africa,
She says cottons.
cotton. Okay. All right. Are you a fish fan? Do you like the traditional British fish and chips? Is that something, or do you prefer to stick with Caribbean or African food? I saw that video, Sir King, with that was created with AI.
Yeah.
Now you know why Hollywood had a strike regarding AI, because anybody can produce. It's so easy now. You can just download an app. That what you saw, that was produced on an app.
Hmm. Yeah.
Anybody can download an app that you can produce content,
Yeah.
and just look at how transformational that content was.
Yeah.
So anybody can be a movie producer today,
And
or take someone's image. Perfect example. Take someone's image and make a movie about it.
exactly. And the time in which they put her from that pole, once she passed behind that pole to moving in front of that pole is
Mhm.
when the new. So that timing was perfect in terms of how they did that.
Yeah, if you research that, you can find apps and software where you can do that. So that's why that resulted in a huge Hollywood strike is because it's wide open now. It's
Oh yeah.
literally open. It's just amazing how quickly AI is transforming things. So you talk about the Elon Musk, uh, his answer to Chat GPT. What were you saying? Because I didn't catch any of that.
Well, it's the Grok AI is you're able to, from what I understand, I tried to download it, but you got to be on Twitter and you have to pay a premium fee. And I was like, whatever. But pretty much what it is now is I think it's a text to image app where you type in a text and say what you want, and then it produces an image. So everybody was going in last night. I think it released last night about how they were able to depict the presidential candidates in certain ways and things that may
Hmm.
seem unpatriotic or whatever. So,
I'll give you a tip, Sir King.
hmm
There's an app on Microsoft called Copilot.
hmm
You can download it on your phone, and it's an advanced AI app. It's called Copilot, and you can create whatever your mind's wildest imagination is.
I'll have to
Um,
try that.
yeah, Copilot. It's free, and there's no cost for it. It's free. What was I gonna say about AI? Uh,
Mr. Baby says it's £100 for the Grok. Elon is trying it.
yeah. Oh, I know what I was gonna say about AI. So ChatGPT now has um, voice. So you know how you go on ChatGPT and you just chat. And I've done this. I don't know if you've done this thing. You should try it because it's very mentally stimulating to try to challenge the AI, the artificial intelligence versus human intelligence. And I've
Mhm.
gotten on there and you know I'm a science fiction fan. All my experiences in life. So I challenge the AI constantly, and it's actually fun to do. But so ChatGPT now has the latest iteration is conversation. There's no typing. If you download this particular version that's out now, you can just say, hey, and have a conversation. And it'll talk back to you, not in this robotic, slow, I don't understand what you're saying tone, but like the same way me and you are conversing.
Mm. That's so scary. It's scary because it's training it to do so much more than what we are currently expected it to do. So
Right. Brixton Baby saying she likes traditional British food, like fish and chips. And I am not a fan of African food. What? Jamaican food is like soul food. So it's not something I eat often. Jamaican food is like soul food, so it's not something I eat often. So you don't eat Jamaican food or African food. You prefer British food? Is that what you're saying? Because I thought you told me before you have a Jamaican, your background is Jamaican. You ever tried African food or Jamaican food, Sir?
yeah, yeah. I tried African food one time, Jamaican time. Jamaican food, yeah,
Yeah, that's some
it's
good
all
eating.
good. Definitely.
It says
All right.
Elon Musk is insanely irresponsible with the technology he creates and puts his name on. You know,
Did you cut out Urban? I think Urban cut out. But I agree. I mean, he's like Babs. He's got that Neuralink, right? Where there's people who got, well, I think there's only two, but that's got a chip in their brain, so that they can, use their brain waves or whatever when they're thinking. They can move things and stuff like that. So he's able to
can you
get
hear me,
away with a
Sir?
lot. Now we hear you now. Go ahead. Hear you now.
I,
You cut out a bit.
I gotta put you on hold for 1 second.
So yeah, and then the thing is, he gets away with a lot, and the reason why I say that is that he can repeatedly not deliver in terms of Wall Street's expectations. He can set dates and then not deliver on them, and still, I mean, he's got this big tin can. The Cybertruck, I'm like, okay, it's interesting in a way. It's design I don't like, but it's kind of futuristic. So. I mean, he is able to bring some things to fruition, right? What's up, Gerald Bell? How you doing? Yeah, you're right, Brixton, but you have to be very um disciplined because with Jamaican food, I have found this Jamaican spot, and I was going to it at least twice a week, 3 times a week, and then I saw that I was picking up some weight because the food is very starchy. So you have to be very disciplined. Of course, the rights come with it, the plantains, the meat, and then some other side. And then when you're doing that, which surprised me,
Can you hear me, Sir King?
yeah, we hear you now.
You know what's interesting though? Take a look at. I don't know if you've ever traveled to Jamaica, but everybody's skinny. The men are bone rail skinny. So if you look at how good they eat, this is what I was thinking. I was like, oh, wait a minute, these guys are. If you look at their plate size, plate portions, if you travel to Africa or Jamaica, you don't get these little tiny plates you get in America,
Mm.
especially nowadays. You know what shrinkflation is?
Yeah.
So shrinkflation is you can look this up just look it up on YouTube. Just type in shrinkflation. So shrinkflation is why when you open up a bag of Lay's chips, the
Mm-hmm.
potato chips the bag is mostly air. And it's gotten even more intense these days. Like if you've bought just pick something random like a frozen pizza, and the pizza size has gotten smaller inside the box, but the box is the same size.
Mm-hmm.
They've shrunk the size of the pizza. This is how these companies, stay ahead when it comes to market inflation.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah,
But and also they're raising the price. The nerve.
exactly. Yeah, they're raising the price, but they're shrinking the amount that you get.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So,
Yeah, so it's absolutely going nuts. And the election is right around the corner. But the other thing about the election is next year in January, we're going to find out who is going to be the new leader of the free world. That's the position that America takes. So when you think about that, think about the fact that these people, whoever that person becomes, Kamala or Trump, just in your mind, visualize the fact that you've got to speak with world leaders. You got to speak with Putin, whoever it is. They're going to engage in conversation with Putin. So who do you trust to do that? You got to engage with people that are ruthless dictators. And who do you trust to do that? And that's where we're headed.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you can trust Trump, but do you trust the conversation that he's having, though? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
And that's where we're at. That's when you people
yeah.
talking about voting. That's where we're at. And also, the president travels with what's called a football. So the
Hmm.
football has a nuclear code. So think about that when you're thinking about the future, of where we're headed the next 4 years. Where do you stand on in trusting, someone to have that kind of power?
Yeah, I don't think he's suitable to be entrusted with that. So,
Yeah, that's it. It's food for thought.
yeah,
Um,
I agree.
but don't blow all your money. Keep some money to keep some cash to
Sure.
side. Don't keep money on these applications like what is it, Cash App, and your money off those apps. Don't leave money. As we get closer to the election, you're gonna see a lot of financial chaos going on. So take
Well, I
advantage.
know for sure they're gonna have to they're gonna have to lower that interest rate. Um,
Hmm.
you know, so we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah, there could be some political games when it comes to the economy, because we're talking about a presidential election. There's going to be some charades going on just to get over the hump to get elected.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's
We
definitely
shall see. Shall see.
yeah, exactly. Um, but do you have to run, Sirkin? Are you on a time limit?
Yeah, I got like 6 more minutes.
Okay. All right. I'm working, but I'm talking to you at the same time. I'm actually out. I'm out traveling.
That's what Langston said. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. You know
He
how they
said
say
he
you
was
and
out
Langston are the
traveling.
same person. So
He said that he was out traveling.
no, he said he was working.
Oh
He's,
no, well, I'm just saying that I'm doing both at the same time. I'm chatting with you, but I'm also things going on in the background.
well, I appreciate your ability to share your time with us. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. I can't see the chat, so I have no idea what they're saying. Anything interesting that I need to know?
No, everybody's just waiting in suspense for this Vegas situation to see how it transpires. So I mean they've been talking it for about 3 months now. So let's see.
Interesting how far they
Okay.
started talking about it. So what went through my mind was why uh the amount of time, right, for engaging in the event. We're talking about a 90-day window. Now that's good for promotion, but it just made me think: was this strategic? Why would you plan an event so far out?
Well,
This is the
I think.
highest time of the year
Go ahead.
too.
So.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it was an endless supply of content. I mean, because you got people breaking up with people, you got people who say they were coming, not coming, and you got people saying, who's has certain disabilities that want to sit up there and glide and stuff, and so it was an endless supply of, I guess, content. I mean, did it get stale sometimes? Yes, it did,
You got
but
to go out there so you can report live from the field.
I ain't gonna. No, they got Wiley running around harassing folks. Black folks talking about he support Trump. I'm like, dude,
Mhm.
you know, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's,
this
it's
this is definitely going to be a chaos festival for sure.
yeah.
You've
Oh,
got a lot of people from different sectors that are coming. So I mentioned this before, but this will be the Beef Sector Hunger Games.
yeah.
Once they touch down in Vegas, the Hunger Games begin.
And it's a lot of moles.
Mm.
Yeah, they have not talked about moles. Like, come
Right,
on,
and
you
there's
know,
people coming that no one knows about.
right,
There are people that want to be there.
right.
I'll actually be in the region.
Mm,
So
it's very interesting.
you see some really tall guy in the background and walks by and throws up a peace sign, 6'6" guy. That's me. Oh, freeze that! Is that Urban?
It's gonna be
Walk
interesting.
by really quickly and throw up the peace sign.
Better not tell them that. They'll be looking for that too. Watch. They will be looking for that. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I hope that no one, I don't like this whole when Langston came on and talked about this whole putting money on someone's head. I don't like those types of conversations because people, this is where social media is at, where people get hurt in real life.
Hmm.
People get hurt. I don't like to see people bullied. I don't want anyone to be hurt in this event. I did give good advice to the individual Shakim to, if you feel that there's a threat, make it known. Picture, screenshot someone's picture and make it known to Vice. It's out there on the strip. Uh,
I don't think I personally feel Urban. I don't think he may. I don't think he's going to go. I don't think he can travel. Because there's been many instances where he had an opportunity to do so, but he
mhm.
can't. He never showed up for whatever reason or another, and it's just something. And then he's got this past that people are talking about. So I feel that he's scared that he's going to pop up on somebody's radar when his credentials are red, and
Mhm.
he can't travel. So I feel that he's milking the game until to the end.
And there may be multiple people that have been milking this for content with
Mhm.
zero intention of ever going.
Mm,
Right.
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
just the clicks and views, extra, the extra clicks and views for that check that they get once a month.
But the part you got to think about, like all these people who making plans to go and made arrangements to go,
Say that
and then
again.
all those people that making plans to go and make arrangements to go to be part of this, and then one of the key content creators backs out. You know, that's gonna be
I
crazy.
see. So people that want to see certain people, and when the person drops out, it's
Hmm.
like, okay, maybe I spent money because I thought I was going to see it.
Right. Hmm.
You know, like I said, it's the B sector Hunger Games, and if you look throughout YouTube, you really can't find anything comparable to what's going on in real time right now within the B sector. There's really nothing comparable.
And if it
Um,
is, it's orchestrated. You know what I mean?
right, yeah. Like a lot of the streamers orchestrate things. All these popular streamers, they orchestrate content. So it will definitely be very interesting to see when the Hunger Games begin.
Yeah, and another, like I said, another factor, you're not on a cruise boat. You're in a city that has many pathways out, right? So what I'm saying by that is that you got people who you've never seen, never dropped on the chat, but always been watching, and that may be in close proximity now being able to change or interact or make their or have a part in this storyline.
Yeah, there are people that have been watching for years. And the thing about social media, I talked about this, in the past, is its potential to draw in those who are dealing with severe mental illness. But when you look at some famous celebrities who lost their lives because of a fan, a fanatic, once you expose yourself to the public, you know, it's all Pandora's box is open.
Mhm. Yeah.
So you have to move very carefully when become, when you're talking about becoming an influencer or a famous YouTuber, or if that's something you're considering in your career, there's some things you need to take some quiet space and some quiet time to think about as to what am I about to do here and what is the potential. This area is ratchet, so that ratchetness is going to come out. You have other sectors that are coming in. So this is going to be the Hunger Games for sure.
Yeah, and they're imposing their ways in this,
Mm-hmm.
right? Shakim is not of our area.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people
Oh yeah,
involved.
there's a lot of anomalies,
Yeah,
which makes this interesting. There's a lot of anomalies. We don't know. We don't know who people are that past enemies, current enemies, weirdos, stalkers, all that going to be touched
right.
down, hit the ground in Vegas running.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
crazy.
it's interesting to see.
And on a real front, it's sad that Taylor Swift, you know, had that whole was it counterterrorism or terrorism thing threat against her.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, yeah. Anytime you expose yourself to the public, you know, if just to spend some time researching and one time about mental illness. I talked about it during the pandemic with you, but how mental illness and social media go hand in hand. But
oh, for sure,
there's real dangers there for sure.
for sure.
For sure. All right, so Ken, I think I've taken up
Um,
enough of your time.
well, thank you, Urban, for stopping by. It's always a pleasure and a joy. So thank you for sharing your
Yeah,
mind. Appreciate
no
it.
problem. The YouTube Arsenio Hall.
Depending on who you ask. Depending on who you ask. Depending on who you
Um,
ask.
I will catch you next time I pop in. Definitely we'll talk before Vegas.
Oh, most definitely so. You be
All
safe.
right.
All right. Thank
And
you.
Brixton Babe, I'm gonna catch up to you down there in London. I'm popping in down there in Brixton. All right, so King, take care.
All right. Take care. Have a good one.
All right, ciao.
Peace. All right. That's the one, the only big homie Urban. So thank you for coming up and sharing your insights and stuff with us. We appreciate that. Beef sector, Hunger Games, interesting. True, Shaquille will lose a lot of credibility if he doesn't go either. I don't think he really cares. He's just milking the situation for what it's worth, to be honest. And he'll go back over to his area, do what he wants to do. I feel like a lot of people entertained him because they got captivated by his cheap comedy and they felt that was a way to augment their broadcast by using him. I mean, simple as that. Yeah, that's why Uppity was, used to some extent by a certain particular person because they augmented her broadcast. Um, so that's it. Hopefully, y'all been thoroughly entertained. If you want to, thank you. Enjoy life for your generosity. If you want to, feel free to send a gesture to $ Circuit Crowd. It'll be tremendously appreciated. And that's all I pretty much want to say. I know Urban and I were talking about the economy, and I hope you did listen to what he said. Just always have some money handy because with these electronic payment things, I know one thing I'm gonna tell you real quick. Wall Street will always businesses, well, banks and Wall Street will always protect themselves. Even if you sit up there and have paid every bill on time early and have a substantial amount of money in their reserves, they don't give a damn about that. They're going to restrict that so at the end of the day, they are able to survive. So you just like they look out for themselves, you look out for yourself too. You have some money, you have some cash on hand. Because let me tell you something. I've been studying what's about to happen. I keep talking about the interest rate. This interest rate has to get cut, and it's going to get cut, right? Because the current sitting, you can say Kamala, cannot go into office with the interest rate as high as it is. The interest rate is currently crippling our economy. Now you read anything, they'll say that the American consumer is resilient. That's all I keep seeing. The American consumer is resilient. How are they resilient? Credit card debt, savings, but it can't keep going on forever, right? We know we go into a store, prices are high, interest rates are high. People can't buy cars. They say the average amount of a note is $740 for just a car note alone. We didn't talk about insurance. People are getting laid off. Why? Because business cannot take out loans. They cannot further venture into other areas that would be provide them growth, right? So one way to do that is to cut the interest rate. They can't go in with these numbers, so therefore they're going to cut the interest rate. And then they say to stimulate the economy. It's going to look good at first, but my concern is what's going to happen after that. Because what I've been reading is once you cut the interest rate, soon thereafter follows a recession, right? Then they're saying also inflation may peak back up because when you cut the interest rate, there's more money into the economy. The whole reason why inflation started was because there was too much money in the economy. One way to cut how much money's in the economy is to raise the interest rates, which then will cause people to what? Lose their jobs because the businesses cannot afford to keep paying things at a higher cost. So one way to cut costs immediately is to cut advertising and to cut employment. But if you have not tamed inflation, that problem is still going to persist. So I'm worried about that. And then I'm reading about how the stock's going to eventually crash because of this. Everything is still too high. Like I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. So I say all that to say, be careful out here. Like just be careful out here. For those who are situated right, you can and got your coin stack. You can sit up here and purchase things for a definite discount. See, the rich don't get rich when prices and stocks are high. They wait for the stocks to crash and go low and then go in to buy. Common folks like, I'm not buying that. That's at the lowest price ever. Ain't nobody want that. No. That's when the rich people go because they know that this is all cyclical. This is all cyclical, right? They know that eventually the economy is going to get bad. People are going to start working, hopefully, because now, once you got to think about it, is there motivation for businesses to hire people when now they got AI to do the jobs that, you know, that people can do? That is what's concerning to me because AI is a variable that's never been factored in before. Think about it. We got a job that can sit up here and write scripts. I feel sorry for all the people that became essay writers, script writers, programmers. Who gonna use them when I can sit up here and get an app that can do it? And it's happening right now. It's accessible to us right now. And then I know Brixton complained about Elon charging £100, but what Elon has just showed you is that he can use AI to monetize something that gonna make him money. He found another revenue stream that people are going to pay for, and he does not have to pay. He does not have to invest that much money in the forefront. It's renewable, like a subscription. And I think they call that a high margin revenue stream rather than a low margin revenue stream. Because all he's doing is pretty much duplicating the same product over and over and over, and then it's just right there on the server. He don't have to package it to you. He ain't got to send it to you. He ain't got to install it. He ain't got to hire no manpower. But that's what we don't understand is that, yeah, when this economic crash comes, are those people going to get rehired? Because if, like I said, AI is able to do what they're able to do, then what? Then what? I don't think they're taking that into account. right? Unless they put a government mandate and say that, oh, you have to hire this so many people, in your workforce or at your company. I don't know what they're going to do. It's scary out here. It's scary out here. So D Dot says the stock market is a true but finicky thing to follow. Yeah, but also D Dot, we're not talking about the debt. How are we going to resolve the debt? Are they then going to go to a new financial system to resolve the debt? Also, there's an entity forming called the BRICS where they're sitting up there trying to see how they don't have to rely on the US as much and create their own financial system to take away the power from the US, the financial power, right? There's a lot going on, y'all. What's up, Bobby Popo? And like I said, I don't understand it. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. But like I said, it's an opportunity to get in and get out. And if you set yourself up right, then you could maybe benefit from it. I mean, I wouldn't tell nobody to buy these high stocks now. The stocks are so damn high. They said the only sector that's really thriving is the tech sector. All these other sectors are struggling because people are cutting back on their spending. Walmart is doing good because, like I told you the other day, all the rich people going to Walmart because they're trying to have their money stretched. That's the only reason. Who buying cars? I don't know who buying cars right now. I told Spiller Boy don't buy no car. I said hold out, wait till they cut the interest rate, so therefore you can lessen your financial commitment to whoever you decide to take a loan out with. Because they're going to cut. It's just about how much they have to. They have to, right? So, we'll see. So, D says, I'm afraid the national debt will never be squared. I mean, well, I think a lot of the only thing I think a lot of countries are in debt. You know what I mean? So, Spicy and Philly says AI robots will take over our future. It will look very dim. What jobs will just be a handful? Well, then they talk about universal income. They say if that's the situation, then it'll be universal income because the only reason they entertain an AI right now is because it's supposed to 3x the GDP and produce more GDP, which is gross domestic product, which is like pretty much how much a financially successful company is and all that. I mean, a country is and all that, right? So it's supposed to like have all these benefits, right? But then, like I said, you have to go to universal income. So I don't know. So then, but we all know what an idle mind is a devil's workshop. So you will have a whole bunch of humans fornicating and bored and mayhem because they ain't got nothing to keep their mind occupied. And then if you want to lead deep down the road, I think it may be an AI human revolt. Because imagine if they start using AI police officers to police the people. There's already been movies made about this. I'm just crazy to see it kind of come into fruition. So that's what I got to say. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, y'all. I'm gonna leave y'all be. If you want to, feel free to send a gesture to dollar sign Sir King Crown. It'll be tremendously appreciated. Definitely do your research out here. Everything is there, for y'all to. I mean, expand your horizons. Don't just read American news. Read international news too. You know, pretty soon there'll be no jobs for the commoner. Everything will be electronic or AI, which they want. But at the end of the day, God's in control. So I've seen a lot of things that were planned but did not succeed. So we'll see. And I think AI may be something that we will regret even entertaining. Because why would you ever teach a species to be smarter to you? I mean, smarter than you, and then have it be self-adaptive. What? So you're pretty much planning your own extinction by making it smarter than you, and then having it be self-adaptive, and then teach it to preserve its own self. Well, by preserving its own self, it means that it has to plan for you to eradicate it, right? So it's going to protect itself from that ever happening. I don't know who's, this world is crazy. We'll see. Let's see. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all take care. Take care, y'all. Thank y'all for your engagement. Have a good one. And remember, be the change you want to see in the world. Please keep Philly T and y'all thoughts and prayers. All right. With that being said, I'm out of here. And I will see y'all soon. Bye, y'all.
Tofu Alley. No beef, just tofu.
That boy is good.